Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. And the Gamecocks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Mean Green offense will take the field, and they'll get this thing underway. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can.
Makes a grab and room to run. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
On target to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt.
Finding some room.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Trying to run, it's Montgomery. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They give it to him again. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. North Texas in the hurry up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. A little screen to the running back. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So South Carolina's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And here comes Lenoris Sellers. They were all over him for the entire game last time out. 3 sacks and a couple of picks. He wants to change this route. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On the move, it's McAllister. Picks up the first down. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Sellers. That's caught. It's McAllister. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He's got it on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the middle. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Clemens.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They feed him again. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Hold it, finds his man on the left.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Going downfield for the big play. Goes high to pull it in. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's Sellers to throw. Hauls it in. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Sellers. He's got his man, makes the grab, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
One of of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch. They've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Connection to the right. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the... again, going tempo.
He's got his man. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
All right, guys, let's chat a little bit about North Texas.
They had a win on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star linebacker giving a verbal commitment. And getting good talent like that is what a program at this level really needs to succeed.
Yeah, this is the next step for this program, right? Continue to get talent and high school talent that can come in that you know they can compete with your roster right now. Those are the guys that really help you take that next step.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. North Texas will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Sellers. Caught behind the line. It's Tuggle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They go play action with Sellers. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. He's going to run it. On the move at the 30. Turning it on. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So now it's 2nd and long. Throwing Sellers. He's got his man. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Gamecocks are marching down the field. They'll run out of the gun with Isaiah Auguste. There's some room. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Gamecocks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air. It's Sellers. Bringing the heat. He's got an open man. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosion.
Turning on the Jets. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, North Texas. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Auguste. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The pull and throw off the RPO. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. The Gamecocks want to move quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Sellers from the gun on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Gamecocks will send out the punt unit.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. This time he wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. North Texas has it going to work with another first down. Wants to go right back downfield. Oh, they're after him. Had to throw it before he wanted.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Flushed out of the pocket. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Finds a tight end. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Gamecocks spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. North Texas will have to punt it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Here's Sellers to throw. Gets it out fast. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Under fire. Snagged out of the air. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. We are just about ready to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Checking in with the South Carolina head coach coming out of the locker room. His conversation with his team in the locker room was execute, execute, execute. He understands that here at home, sometimes the crowd is in it, sometimes they're not. He wants them to bring their own energy and to make sure they are executing on every play to start the third quarter.
All right, Holly. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. He'll pull it down and run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down and second in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling to catch.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 at the 23-yard line. North Texas sends the offense out to get this drive going. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Backed up now, here's second and long.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, first and 10.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
North Texas in the hurry up. Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball.
Maybe some room here. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's McAllister.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Makes it past the marker. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down.
What can you say about this guy on this drive? There's zero mystery. They just keep turning around and they keep handing it off. He's stacking up the yards on this drive alone. And at this point, the defense knows who's getting it, and they still can't stop him, guys. Everybody in this stadium should know right now he's probably going to be getting a handoff on this next play as well.
And the Gamecocks can really attack on this second and short. The RPO fired complete to the left. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your...
Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in an elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside, it's Montgomery. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They're dealing with a second and long.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Makes the grab. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He's spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The keeper on the option. Maybe a crease. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Looking to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. It's complete on the right side. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it on. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they have.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, going to the air. Unloads it downfield. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Great place to start for this offense. Looking for room. It's McAllister.
Well, no mystery on that play call, right? You've got the lead late in the game. You've gotten the ball back on the other side of the 50 on your opponent's side, and so you're just going to run it. And it's fine if they know that. You just want to stay on the field and bleed this clock, and you got to start thinking about where are your best runner runs. Which side of this offensive line is the strongest? Which guys defensively do you want to attack so you can take as much time off the clock as possible?
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Hard running there. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Gamecocks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the... Oh, it's a fumble. Bounced right back to them. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Sellers. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
The Mean Green offense heads out onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Pulls it in. It's Montgomery. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
The run inside. It's Montgomery. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's too bad because this guy's had an incredible day statistically. Already over 100 yards rushing, but look on the scoreboard and you'd never know it. Their defense has not been able to do their part, and you just wonder if it's going to be enough handing off to this guy to get back in the game.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Keeps it himself. Could be an alley. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. North Texas at the line with a new set of downs thanks to the running game. To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people